Okay.
Allah, Allah.
Today we are starting the next chapter from where we ended in the last class. Haben and sein, irregular verbs. Irregular in both languages. Now let's compare this haben to be, to have, and sein to be. Let's check in both languages. What is the difference between in English and in German? The verb haben, to have, and sein, to be, are both very important. They are quite irregular in German as in English. What is the difference? As explained in Unit 3, irregular verbs in German tend to change their stem vowel. In the present tense, this sometimes affects the do and er the s forms. Do and er, he, sie, she, s, it forms. Now let's check. Listen, to read. Do, least. See here, IE. Do, least. Er, sie, es, least. Er, least. Sie, least. Es, least. Essen, to eat. Do, ist. Er, sie, and es, ist. Do, ist. Sie, ist. He eat, she eat, it eat. Now, sein is an example of an irregular verb where the endings change even more drastically. This is very similar to English, where to be has very irregular forms in the present tense. I am, you are, he, she, it is, we are, you are, and they are. Let's see the overview of haben and sein. Here is an overview of the verb form for haben and sein. Ich, I. Now see how to use haben and sein. Ich habe. I have. Ich habe. Du hast. Du hast. Sie haben. Er hat. Sie hat. Es hat. Wir haben. We have. Er hat. He had. Sie haben. She have. Or you have for formal. Now another one is sein. Ich bin. Like we use in the very first or second class. Ich bin, then your name. Du bist. You are. Sie sind. Er ist. Sie ist. Es ist. Wir sind. Now, er for plural, habt. Sie haben. Sie haben. They and you. And for sein form, er and sie, and they, sie. Er is used in verb as sight, and sie sind and they, sie sind. Here are both verbs in more details. Haben in more details. Different pattern for do and air zs. There are some patterns with haben which may help you remember the endings. The endings for ish, wir, er, and sie are regular. You add them to the stem in the normal way. Ish, habe. Now the stem words of haben, hab, and just add e with the word ish. Ish, habe, wir haben, er habt, sie haben. It is only for do and er zs that the finite verb form is irregular. You need to drop the be form from the stem. Okay. Du hast, er hat, sie hat, es hat. Let's see some examples. Ich habe viel zu tun. I have a lot to do, or I have to do a lot. Klaus hat eine Schwester. Klaus has one sister. Eine, one, or a. Use like in English we use a. So eine use in same way. Ein and eine. Eine for female and ein for male. Klaus hat eine Schwester. Klaus has one sister. Haben Sie Wechselgeld? Geld is money and Wechsel is change. खुले खुले पैसे. Do you have change? Sie haben ein neues Auto. They have a new car. Now see, here ich habe. I have. Klaus hat. Klaus has. Haben Sie Wechselgeld? Do you have change? Sie haben. They have. Use of haben. Haben is an important verb which you will be using a lot. It is used to form tenses just as English uses to have. Ich habe gesungen. I have sung. Now here in German, when we already did something, so just from before the verb, we just add ge, gesungen. Ich habe gesungen. Ich habe gekocht. Ich habe getrinkt. Ich habe getrinkt. I have drink. Ich habe gekocht. I have cooked. Ich habe gesungen. I have sung. Now there are some useful phrases. Here are few useful phrases with haben. Hunger haben, to be hungry. For example, ich habe Hunger. Durst haben, to be thirsty. Er hat Durst. He is thirsty. Zeit haben, to be free, to have time. Du hast Zeit. You have time. Langweile haben, to be bored. Ich bin langweilig. Ich bin langweilig. I am bored. Wir haben Langeweile. We are bored. Kopfschmerzen haben, to have headache. Kopf is head, Schmerzen is disease. So to have a headache, sie hat Kopfschmerzen. She have headache. She. Now, ich habe Kopfschmerzen. I have headache. I have a headache. Sein in more details. Completely irregular. Definite verb forms for sein are completely irregular and need to be learned by heart. Definite verb forms sein are completely irregular and need to be learned by heart. So there is no specific rule. Ich bin, du bist, sie sind, er ist, sie ist, and es ist. Wir sind, seid, sie sind, and again, sie sind. For example, ich bin aus Deutschland. I am from Germany. Sind Sie Herr Schumacher? Are you Mr. Schumacher? Sind Sie Mr. Schumacher? Du bist sehr schön. You are very beautiful. Er ist Amerikaner. He is an American. Sie ist Lehrerin. She is a teacher. Er ist schwer. It is difficult. Entschuldigung, wir sind verspätet. I'm sorry or sorry, we are late. Apologize, we are late. Seid ihr verheiratet? Are you married? Verheiratet, to get married. Wir sind aus Großbritannien. We are from Great Britain. Now, look at this sentence again, how they use I am from Germany. I am from Germany. Ich bin aus Deutschland. Are you Mr. Schumacher? Sind Sie Herr Schumacher? Mr. is Herr. Sind Sie? Are you Mr. Schumacher? Sind Sie Herr Schumacher? You are very beautiful. Du bist sehr schön. He is an American. Er ist Amerikaner. Sie is a teacher. She is a teacher. Sie ist Lehrerin. It's difficult. Es ist schwer. Sorry, we are late. Apologize, we are late. Entschuldigung, wir sind verspätet. Verspäter is to get late. Are you married? Seid ihr verheiratet? We are from Great Britain. Wir sind aus Großbritannien. And there is, of course, Shakespeare, to be or not to be. That is the question. In German, this would be sein oder nicht sein. To be, sein, or not to be, nicht sein. Das ist die Frage. Frage is question. Das ist die Frage. That is the question. Now use of sein. Like haben, sein is an important verb and you will be using it a lot. It is used to form tenses and other grammatical forms. Like haben, sein is an important verb and you will be using it a lot. It is used to form tenses and other grammatical forms. Now here they are giving a reminder. Although there are many similarities between the use of sein, to be, in English and German, there are also important differences. You cannot, for instance, use sein to form a tense similar to the English. For example, I am going. This tense does not exist in German. There is only one present tense, ich gehe. And ich gehe, I go or I'm going. Now, here are some exercises I will ask, and you will just quickly write in the chat box, okay? Or you can speak. Now here, first look at the one example, first example, then you will tell me what we use here. Example, ich dash eine Schwester. Now, ich habe eine Schwester. Now, again, the next sentence is, ich habe eine Schwester. I have a sister. Now, du heute Abend seid. Du heute Abend seid. Du is you, heute today, Abend evening, Zeit is time. Du heute Abend seid. Do you have time today? What we use here? It is a haben form. It is a haben form to have. Now tell me what we will use here. Du heute Abend seid. I open your chat. Somebody please speak. Why haben? Habe is for ich, for first person. Ich habe. Here we use hast. Hast du heute Abend seid. Hat. Now look at here. Hat. I got a call. Now see here. Haben in more details. The endings ich, wir, ich habe, wir haben, and it is only for do and er, sie, as that finite verb for irregular. You need to drop be from the stem. Du hast, er, sie, as, hat. So what here? Du heute Abend seid, hast du heute Abend seid. Now wir wir neue Nachbarn. What we use here?
Haben.
Good. We will use haben. Wir haben neue Nachbarn. We are having new neighbor. Er, eine Schwester und einen Bruder. What we use here? Er, he. Hat eine Schwester und einen Bruder. He have eine Schwester, one sister and one brother. He has. Now dash it was Geld. It was Geld. It is question. Just asking, are you having money? Are you having some money? Seit SEID. Seit it was Geld. Now, Petra dash ein neues Auto. Okay, I think do one thing. These two exercises you will do and tell me in the next class. And this three also. Now see, uh, in the first exercise, you will use the haben form to have. And the second exercise, 4.2, you have to use sein form. Use the appropriate finite verb. Now, I will just tell you about one sentence. Was dash Kasten von Beruf? Was ist Kasten von Beruf? कास्टन का प्रोफेशन क्या है? एयर इज स्टूडेंट. ही इज स्टूडेंट. सो ये ऊपर की जो एक्सरसाइज है, जो ये ऊपर जो हमने पढ़ा है, हाबन एंड जाइन, यू विल चेक all these sentence, and based on these sentence you will use these verbs in these four exercise, two exercise and exercise. Now write out the full present tense for all person. Ish, do, ze. No, just do one thing. So skip this 4.3. We will discuss it in the next class. You will do only 4.1, 4.2, and 4.4. Translate the following sentences into German. Okay, use just translate by yourself. Don't use after using after translating. You can check via Google, or but don't correct it. Okay, just leave as it is. Okay, and we will discuss these three exercises in the next class, and then we will go further. Okay. Please. So what you have to do, just use haben in the first exercise and sein in the second exercise, and translate the simple sentences in German. और कोई भी मिस्टेक होगी तो कोई बात नहीं, बट उसको करेक्ट नहीं करना कि बाद में गूगल से देख के या फिर गूगल ट्रांसलेट यूज करके उसको करेक्ट कर लिया. उसको करेक्ट करेंगे तो फिर दिक्कत होगी, फिर मुझे पता नहीं चलेगा कि फिर कैसे बताना है. ओके, सी यू गाइस इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. टिल देन टेक केयर. बाय. अल्लाह हाफिज.
Sebagai dan istario. എത്ര പൈസ ഉണ്ടായാലും ഒക്കെ ഇത്രയും ആർക്കും ചെലവാക്കും. ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ കളിക്കുടുക്ക് പോയാല് എങ്ങനെ കിട്ടുന്നു പതിനാമ അത് പറഞ്ഞ ഇത് എനിക്ക് വരുമാനം. അപ്പൊ തന്നെ പോക്കറ്റ്